Hi, I'm DebDedrick, certified high performance coach and your expert guide to leading a happy life here with episode number 131, how to follow through and finish things all the way. Since it's Yay Friday, happy Friday, and it's like the end of October, almost my birthday, yay, yay. I thought we would talk about something that might be stopping you from hitting your goals for the end of the year and give you a few frameworks to apply right away in your day and your week and your month so you can hit your goals by the end of the year. So, aren't you excited about that? Let's get started. So, number one, how to finish all the way through? Well, I know this is a hard one, but you're going to set a hard deadline, not a pretend deadline, because you maybe are working for yourself or this is a side project. But think of it like a hard deadline. Let's pretend we're in college and this is our final exam, and either we have a test to prepare for or we have a paper that we have to have ready. If you shift in your mind the deadline to being a real hard deadline and not being a kind of a phony one that maybe you can just push off to the side if something better comes along. That's the number one biggest one. And think about it differently in your mind. Attach more pleasure to the outcome of being ready and getting your deadline than more pain to the outcome. So, for instance, think of when you think about this hard deadline, think about how excited you're going to feel when it's finished and apply that to the goals maybe you set for yourself at the very beginning of the year, because we're coming down to the last quarter of the year and we're coming into the holidays, and let's see if we can knock it out of the park before the end of October or the end of November. So set a hard deadline. And number two, working with a partner and making that partner your accountability partner. I've had accountability partners throughout the last 15 years of my life, and it's super fun to have an accountability partner, but it's more interesting to think about letting your accountability partner down if you can't get your part of the project finished. And this just was something that I applied in my life last weekend when I was working with a partner, and we had a deadline of last Sunday. And in order for him to get his part done, he was waiting on me. And so instead of being able to postpone it, I had to set aside a certain block of time and get it finished in order to not keep him back and keep him stumbling. And so, number two, get yourself an accountability partner and be sure the two of you set a hard deadline together. And number three, revisit in your mind's eye in here what your desired outcome is and the why that's behind the outcome. If you have to get a project done and the outcome is getting more income by the end of the year, and you associate a lot of pleasure and a sense of accomplishment for that with that, you're going to be able to block out time because you're going to feel a big sense of satisfaction because you're visualizing and you're feeling how it's going to feel when you get it done. And that brings me to number four, when you're connecting it in your mind's eye into your heart, into a feeling. So it's a happiness feeling. I'm going to really, really work on in the next 3 months trying to get that butterflies in my stomach feeling again. And so any outcome that I'm wanting to accomplish, I'm going to associate joy and that sense of excitement that I used to have when I was in high school. And I'm going to really try to set triggers in there. So as I'm working through my deadlines, I'm working through my goals to create the outcome that I want. I get that sense of excitement, and I get that sense of that youthful excitement of pleasure and anticipation. And I'm going to tie that with the pain and the work and I didn't mean to really say pain, but I'm going to attach that to the work that I'm doing, the foundation that I'm laying to accomplish my goal so I can create the outcomes that I'm wanting to create. So apply these same theories to yourself and into your life. So think through what your desired outcome is. Think about a hard deadline. Think about getting an accountability partner. Visualize it in your mind and associate it with lots of pleasure, and then connect it all together in your mind by thinking through how you're going to feel as you accomplish your desired outcomes and you move your dream forward along. So thank you so much for joining me today on episode 133 131. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. And I hope, since it's Friday today, I hope you have a really wonderful weekend. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be streaming to you live next week from Rome. I'm gonna fly to Rome with my son for a little holiday, and I'm gonna make it a working holiday and try to include you in all my fun time and my pleasure. You know, we all need a break. And until my next video, please go out in the world and be a positive role model and influencer for good. If this tip helps you in any way, please share it with your friend. Go over and see me on my channel on YouTube and visit my podcast over on iTunes. And if you like it, please share it. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on my next tip.